sports.
Thank you, Megan. Later in sports, we'll have highlights from the Cajuns-Hurricanes game and hear from the team one final time, plus a check-in with LSU in their regional. Over in St. Landry Parish, a second suspect is in custody for a May 31st shooting near Kane and South Streets. Opelousas police arresting 26-year-old Tevin Hubbard for his involvement in the Wednesday shooting. Hubbard and 30-year-old Kenny Michigan Belvin are both facing charges of illegal use of a weapon. The investigation is ongoing. And staying in St. Landry Parish, state police are actively investigating a fatal crash happening around noon today, taking the life of a Henderson woman. Troopers say 55-year-old Melissa DeJean was driving on Highway 71 in St. Landry Parish when, for reasons unknown, her car ran off the roadway, hit an embankment, and flipped, ejecting DeJean, who was unrestrained.
Here's Bradley's 24-hour forecast.
Well, a pretty good scattering of showers and storms across Acadiana this afternoon. Some of you picking up a quick 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. Other areas not so much, but bottom line, we are transitioning to a wetter, slightly more active weather pattern here over the next several days. Most of the activity has started to settle down late this evening, but still some leftover light showers there across St. Landry Parish, but those will pretty much rain themselves out over the next several minutes. Otherwise, pretty quiet for the rest of the night. Temperatures upper 60s to lower 70s. That's where we'll start the day tomorrow. I think most of the morning hours pretty quiet, but here we go into the afternoon. Scattered showers and storms will start to develop and fire up at around 60 to 70%. And again, like today, any one particular storm that gets going will have the capability to put down some heavy rainfall, frequent cloud-to-ground lightning, some gusty winds, and perhaps some hail as well. 90 is your projected high, and again, rain chances will sit at around 60 to 70% for the second half of the day. As mentioned, we will keep scattered storm chances in the forecast for much of the upcoming week. We'll take a look at that extended forecast coming up in just a bit.
Thanks, Bradley. We'll check back in with you later. Continuing now with a look at what to expect in the week ahead. It's a walk with the goal of building strong bridges in the community. This as Broussard City officials take to the streets tomorrow to provide what they call positive and proactive engagement with the community. You can expect to see Mayor Ray Bork, Police Chief Vance Olivier, and Fire Chief Brian Champagne alongside members of the City Council and other city officials. It'll all be happening between 5:30 and 7 p.m. starting at the fire station on First Street. And school districts around Acadiana releasing their free summer feeding schedules for students. On your screen now, Iberia Parish times and locations. Their open feeding program starts tomorrow until June 30th. Children under 18 are eligible for free breakfast and lunch. And Tuesday marks the 79th anniversary of D-Day, and the National World War II Museum in New Orleans is opening that day with a public ceremony to celebrate the museum's birthday while remembering service members who landed on the beaches in Normandy 79 years ago. Current service members and their families can enjoy free museum admission through Labor Day. A community job fair is also coming to Broussard Tuesday thanks to a partnership between the city and its Economic Development Corporation. Job seekers will be able to meet with hiring managers from more than 40 local businesses currently hiring for part and full-time positions. Those interested can head over to Broussard Middle School between 9 a.m. and noon, where they can apply for jobs in several industries like sales, food service, manufacturing, healthcare, and more. And Tuesday marks the last day to register for the new Youth NFL Flag League in Lafayette's Truman neighborhood. It comes from a partnership between Lafayette Police and City Parish government. If your kids are interested in hitting the gridiron, your last chance to sign them up will be between 6 to 8 p.m. at the MLK Center. Children ages 4 to 14 are eligible. And on Thursday, a free educational event for Louisiana's healthcare providers with the goal of educating and discussing the opioid epidemic. The Community Opioid Symposium will be at the Light Center in Lafayette, but virtual attendance is also available. Organizers tell us it will feature a new special guest, New Orleans Dr. Dan Schneider from The Pharmacist on Netflix. And the 4th annual Rockin' on the Runway fundraiser returns to St. Landry Parish Saturday. The event's goal is to raise money and awareness for children and teens with developmental disabilities over at St. Mary's Residential Training School in Alexandria. All proceeds from the family-friendly event featuring an air show, live music, airplane rides, and a car show are donated to the school. And still to come up on TV3 at 10, a nun accused by a bishop of breaking her vow of chastity, her sisters standing behind her all the way. That story and more still to come.
And a full look at your forecast is going to be coming up right after this break.
From the KATC Weather Lab, here's Bradley's forecast.
Well, scattered showers and storms were back in Acadiana this weekend, and that's why I tell people, got to be careful what you wish for. I know we kind of been dry over the past several days, but now we're starting to transition to a wetter, little bit more in the way of an active weather pattern here over the next several days with scattered shower and storm chances remaining in the forecast. So let's take a look at some rainfall estimates that we had from today. And really the storms got going right across the heart of Acadiana. You can really see that's where we saw kind of widespread 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, even a 3-inch reporting there up in St. Landry Parish. Again, not necessarily what you saw at your locale or necessarily at your home, but get the idea where these storms really got going earlier this afternoon. Not quite as much across western Acadiana, a good part of Jeff Davis, not seeing a whole lot in western portions of Acadia Parish, but regardless, we did have a decent scattering of those showers and storms this afternoon, most of which have pretty much come to an end late this evening. Only exception, some leftover very light showers across central and northern St. Landry Parish, but those will kind of rain themselves out here over the next several minutes, and then we should stay relatively quiet overnight tonight. Quickly out in the tropics, of course, this weekend and going back to late last week, we were tracking tropical storm Arlene. It then turned post-tropical, but that is now off and gone, thankfully. It is no longer, and the rest of the tropics at this time remain quiet. Not expecting any new developments at least through the next 7 days. So again, once those showers in St. Landry start to rain themselves out, we should be relatively quiet through the rest of the night. Upper 60s to near 70 is where we'll start the day tomorrow. I think most of the morning relatively quiet, but here we go into the afternoon. We're going to have essentially a general weakness within the atmosphere over the next few days, so it won't take much to help generate those showers and storms once we get some daytime heating, a little bit of instability out there. And that's what we're going to see tomorrow afternoon. We'll hold rain chances at around 60 to 70%. And like today, any one storm that gets going will have the capability to put down some torrential downpours, frequent lightning, gusty winds, and perhaps some hail. I know in some locations today, Broussard, Youngsville, over towards Rain, some of you sent in reports of hail, so that certainly will be possible with some of those heavier storms tomorrow. Highs, I still think, climb into the upper 80s and lower 90s, and then any activity that develops will come to an end late tomorrow evening. And then here we go into Tuesday. We'll start out lower 70s. And I do think we'll see another scattering of some showers and storms come Tuesday afternoon. Looks like rain chances could be a little bit lower, but still we're going to hover at around 40 to 50%, and that's where they're going to remain through the middle parts of the week. So temperatures tonight, again, are a little bit later on tonight through tomorrow morning, upper 60s to lower 70s. Before the showers and storms arrive tomorrow, we're pushing into the upper 80s to lower 90s, and really that's one of the benefits when we get the clouds and the showers during the summer months. It kind of gives us some relief from that heat. Saw that today. Should see a similar setup for tomorrow. Upper 60s to lower 70s is where we'll start Tuesday, and then again Tuesday afternoon, upper 80s to lower 90s across the board. So showers continuing to diminish here over the next several minutes. Otherwise, we'll say fair to partly cloudy through the rest of the overnight period. 71 is your projected low, and for tomorrow, a mixture of sunshine and clouds. 90 into the afternoon with a pretty decent scattering of some showers and storms. Rain chances will sit at 60 to 70%, and some locally heavy downpours will be possible as well, so be on the lookout for that. Tuesday into Wednesday, we'll see highs in the upper 80s to lower 90s. Rain chances will sit again at around 40 to 50%, so won't necessarily be raining all day every day, but we will have to contend with scattered, primarily afternoon showers and storms, and then could turn a little bit drier as to where rain chances are more isolated in nature toward the end of the week and into the weekend. But with that said, we could see some higher temperatures or hotter temperatures with highs in the lower and middle 90s, Taylor. So it's kind of like a mixed bag this time of year. You know, if you want to get some relief from the heat, you have to see some showers and storms for the afternoon, but then you have to deal with the rainfall. So
I hear you, and I'm thankful for some rain, just hopefully not too much, especially as we're hitting the streets telling these stories, you know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah, I got to keep you guys dry.
Yeah, hopefully, right? Well, thanks for that, Brad.